How long do you think they can keep telling us that the things we see in real time with our own eyes are just a figment of our imagination? Why do I bring this up? Because during the past week, the Northeast experienced some severe weather, including Washington, D.C. And Carrie Lake, who was in D.C. at the time, pulled up her radar to see what was coming and what was going on. Upon pulling up her radar, she noticed something shoot across the sky. It shot across at lightning speed. This is the image right here. It went straight across Washington, D.C. I'll show you the actual Doppler radar video. As it happened, you tell me what you think it is or was or what the heck is going on. All I can say is, it just seems like we are living in some crazy times. Take a look at this. Watch. Look at it. And there's the storm. Watch it again. Look. As you can see, the color streaked was green, blue, and yellow. They don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. What do you think that was that streaked across the sky right before the thunderstorm took over Washington, D.C.? Let's watch it again. Here it comes again. It zips, and then the storm hits. Look how fast it goes across D.C. I freeze framed it right over Washington, D.C., right before the thunderstorm hit. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as to what that could have been. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Hold up. You mean to tell me that they found a 30-million-year-old old world under the Antarctic ice? Now, this discovery was by geologist Stuart Jamerson, and he said they had rivers, forests, and even palm trees. Now, this study began in 2017 when the team started drilling in a seabed to extract sediment from the ecosystem buried beneath the ice. But it doesn't stop there, because scientists has also discovered strange radio signals coming from beneath the ice as well. Now, according to this release, the reason Antarctica was the site for these experiments was due to little to no interference from other radio waves. However, the researchers found radio waves transmitting from underneath the ice. Now, with all that being said, isn't it weird that Hitler himself had an expedition to Antarctica in 1938? Where not only he researched and did experiments, but also claimed a piece of the region called New Swaba. Not to mention, Hitler didn't die where they said he died. He actually fled to Argentina in the declassified CIA documents showing this, where Argentina could be a jump point for Antarctica, but that's just a theory. And if you didn't know, just to add layers to this ice wall, there's actually a Rothschild Island in Antarctica. I mean, isn't it funny, with wars and so many disagreements across nations, we could all agree on the Antarctic Treaty, in which is an international agreement between all nations for Antarctica to only be used for peaceful purposes and scientific research only. Could it be that this old world actually looks something like this? Being that there's a treaty in place and you just can't catch a flight down there, I think there's definitely something they're hiding.
Nobody was allowed onto this island for over 50 years, and I found the answers to why in these declassified CIA documents. According to these files, the entire island was once a top-secret military base, extremely fortified and hidden from the outside world. But things only got stranger from here, because as I kept digging, I began to come across the same chilling story. During the island's military occupation, those living nearby began reporting unusual lights in the sky and unexplainable noises coming from deep within the island. It led many to believe that secret experiments were being conducted here. Now, to this day, no official evidence of any experiments have been found, but the island hasn't been open to the public for very long, and due to its isolated location, few ever visit.
An engine. I'm assuming it came out of a craft, a big one, by the size proportional differences, probably 300 feet plus, the length of a football field. Well, therefore, it's got occupants. What in God's name have you done with them? Well, that was the wrong thing to say, because they are up on the engine coming after me, and it's time to leave. Well, when I bend down to get off the engine, I put my hands back on the engine. Something interesting. Instead of the nice smooth wave lines, they would now look like small tornadoes coming off all my fingertips, moving through the metal. And I pulled my hands back, put them back on. There they were, but they were starting to calm down a little bit. And then I realized what this thing was. Symbiotic engine. The engine is alive. It is an engine that's capable. The reason they couldn't figure out the firing order is that the tubing that was cascading all over its body looked like the same pattern you would have from a brainstem of a neurosynaptic ordering firing order. So what's happening is when the pilots sit down in their seats, their thought waves drive the engine. When I first touched the engine, I was curious and awed by it. The wavelengths were smooth off my fingers. When I was getting off down from it, I was totally angry. The engine was not picking up radiation heat waves. It was picking up mental thought energy. That engine is capable of a symbiotic relationship with the pilot. The engine needs them in order to do all of its functions. In return, the pilots know exactly what the engine feels and how the spacecraft feels. The entire craft is probably symbiotic. Now, before you sit there and blow this off like it's just a bunch of science fiction, let me bring you up to date here to current events. I just left Princeton University. There's a Dr. John up there, Robert John, and he runs the Pear Research Institute. They have a contract from McDonnell Douglas, you ever heard of them? Small aerospace company, to build mental shielding for firing systems on the new F-22 fighters. A fighter that is so sensitive, when he straps on his helmet, just like the Apache helicopter, you turn your head this way, the gun mounts follow your head. This firing system now links to your brain. Foxfire, Clint Eastwood. Where do you think the Hollywood's getting their ideas? McDonnell Douglas is under construction building a symbiotic relationship firing control system. Where did they get their idea? I wonder. Could have been back in June 1971, or God knows how long they've had this engine. However, it's reality. We have symbiotic engines in aeronautics. We're moving into that area right now with the F-22 and beyond.
Listen, I don't know what to do with this information, but I found this at the thrift store today. It's a Bernstein Bears VHS, but it's EIN. EIN. It's EIN everywhere. There's like that Mandela effect, right? Where they say, oh, Bernstein Bears is always EIN. It's Bernstein, not Berenstain. But everything everywhere else says Berenstain. But this, it says Bernstein everywhere. What do I do with this information? It is in pretty good condition, but like, so is this airplane tape that I have. So I guess it could just be that it was taken care of. It says EIN all over the place. I got my stand so that I can take this out in one take. It says, focus, come on. It says EIN on there too. I even have a VCR here so we can try this out. A little harder to do in one take here. But, let's see. Yep. Bernstein. It even has it on the back, like in a tiny text. It all says Bernstein. But what's going on?
Amazon is allowing a new feature to go through with their Echo devices, and I think this is interesting. They're now allowing a bank telling feature in their Echo devices where you can allow your Echo device to log into your account and pay your bills for you. So the next layer of smart home innovation, you can now not only say, turn on the light, you can say, hey, pay my bills. So now Amazon will have access to all your financial information, access to all your banking, and the given conveniences, we can make payments for you. So think about what's next. Remember that guy got locked out of his house, his smart home.
Because he intimidated somebody.
Amazon could say, we're going to lock you out of your banking, because Amazon can literally say, oh yeah, we don't like that you don't support ESG movements. Block them. And I don't know who's going to sign up for this, but I'm sure there will be people. And when they do, I'm sure we're going to hear about the people that get locked out of their own banking accounts. You guys let us know if you're going to participate in this feature that Amazon is pushing out with their Echo system, Echo Banking.
This mysterious footage captured by government personnel at the Afghan-Pakistan border in November 2020, shows a massive disk weaving effortlessly in and out of the cloud cover. The unidentified craft abruptly changes direction without any visible signs of propulsion, causing theories of alien life. The military's own internal enhancements further underline the object's unusual heat signature. The Department of Defense labeled the disk as an unidentified anomalous phenomena, and it looks markedly different to other tic-tac-shaped UFOs seen in other military footage.
I've never been near a puff party. Never been near. And anybody who knows me knows if there is a party, I'm the first one out.
Right.
I'm the first one out.
I stopped by Puffy's house for 30 minutes to say happy birthday to him during the day at 2 o'clock with staff people, and out of that came a love affair and all kinds of stuff that I have never seen.
You too?
Yes! Yes! Now I'm almost 70 years old. What do I look like?
Let's talk some more about Astroworld. First and foremost, direct your attention to the shirt he wore that night. You see blue people walking up here and going through a portal and coming out red, which I'm imagining symbolizes evil. Now, many people have pointed out that the stage itself, looked like a portal. So you have him with a shirt on that shows people walking through a portal, starting blue, turning red, symbolizes evil. And then you have this portal here being the main stage that again says, see you on the other side. Now it gets good. Then, in 2023, we see Travis Scott dropping his album Utopia, and it was said that he was going to perform at the Pyramids. But wait. Soon after, luckily the concert would be canceled. Live Nation, again the same company that ran the Astroworld Festival, who still hasn't faced the music on their end, cited complex production issues. But the Egyptian Music Syndicate revoked the concert's permit, citing concerns about strange rituals performed during Scott's shows and potential conflicts with Egyptian tradition. To bring it all full circle, this is the same Travis Scott we see here, looking lifeless with nothing but a pillow covering him in this dark photo shoot with Michelle Lamy. And people will still argue with me and say there's nothing evil about this. Wake up.
Has anyone else noticed that animals all over the world have been acting very strange recently? First off, pet owners have been reporting that their cats and dogs have been more clingy than usual, as well as more anxious and defensive, even in normal situations. In other cases, owners have reported that their pets absolutely refuse to go outside or even move, which has led some people to believe that they know something that we don't. People have also been reporting that birds have been chirping basically 24/7, including times like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. Birds have also been mysteriously unaliving and falling out of the sky in several different states. Specifically, snow geese and pelicans have been falling out of the sky and not being alive anymore over in Pennsylvania, while birds over in California have mysteriously been spontaneously exploding out of nowhere. Theories on why the animals are acting strange have been circulating, from some believing that it has to do with CERN opening up a portal through its Hadron Collider, to others believing that the Earth's electromagnetic field or the Earth's Schumann resonance has changed, which has caused strange behavior in animals.
I'm about to show you in these videos, I don't like. There's just something about this collection of videos that has left a really negative feeling inside of me when I look at them. In the video, it's going to show a bunch of different children reacting to something all in the exact same way. When I originally came across the video, it was meant as a comedy video. That is not how I took it. So before I show you all of these videos, I'm going to lay down a little bit of context. All of these videos were posted by parents of their children reacting to artificial intelligence. Alexa, or Google, or Siri. The way they all react to the same thing is actually kind of terrifying. Take a look and tell me what you think, because something's not right here.
Alexa!
It's the laughter from the parents that don't make any sense.
Hey Google!
That poor baby is literally terrified.
Google, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Something about this doesn't feel right.
Google!
It's like he picked up on an energy that no one else could see or feel.
Google.
She was so scared that she hurt herself. That's not okay.
Google?
So you're telling me all of these children reacted the exact same way to artificial intelligence, to AI assistant like programming? That's not normal. Let me know how you feel about these videos, because seeing children be terrified over the exact same thing, and that same thing be artificial intelligence and AI assistant programming, I have my own opinion on AI and AI assistant, and I'm not a fan. But I want to know what you guys think, and help me share this video, because I think more parents need to see how these children are reacting.
Do you guys remember that story of the Titan sub that went down to the Titanic and exploded? It was crazy though. This guy, Stockholm Rush, they did one dive down to the Titanic, and on their way up, there was just loud boom. Like everyone's like, what? And this happened before when they tested their previous submarine in the Bahamas, and that big loud pop was the carbon fiber hull starting to snap.
Really?
And so he's like, don't worry about it. And so they got up, they were fine. Everyone's like, cool. And it's like, okay, we'll come back after winter to do more explorations or whatever. So they brought it back to Canada.
No modifications.
No modifications. They left it in a parking lot in Canada over winter, just completely exposed to the elements.
The same vessel?
The same vessel.
Wow.
And then here comes spring. It's like, okay, now we got these billionaires that want to go on. So they going down, boom, gonzo. The craziest part I got from this documentary is Stockholm Rush. His father was the president of Bohemian Grove.
No way.
Ooh, that's cool.
So Bohemian Grove is a club located north of San Francisco in the woods, and that's where like all the elites go like once a year.
I mean,
they have that giant Moloch god that they all do this like fake sacrifice in front of and whatnot.
But it's 100% confirmed that it's a real place. All these leaders meet there. Who knows what they're doing?
Yeah, the ritual really happens. They just say that it's not a real sacrifice of a human. We're doing this fake sacrifice to represent something. But
It's like communion.
I mean,
Not really blood.
in front of a pagan deity.
But I thought that was crazy. They just like glanced over it. They're like, oh, and his father was the president of Bohemian Grove.
Guys can't get together in the woods and do mock sacrifices
Couple
anymore?
guys can't have fun in the
I
woods
know.
with some costumes.
So they asked you if you believe in God, and I said yes, I did. And they didn't ask which God I believed. I didn't tell them that the God I believed didn't have horns. Basically, Masonry is an antichrist thing. It claims it's not religious, but it is. Almost every single leading occult person of the late 19th and early 20th century was a Freemason. They just go together like, love and marriage. When I was into Satanism, we understood and were taught that Satan draws energy from being worshipped. And when these guys, they don't even if they don't understand it, every time a Mason kneels at the altar and swears an oath, the devil gets energy from it. Again, there was this group in Chicago, and they were entwined with this Memphis Mitzrayim rite, and I interacted with these people, and at a certain point they said, well, if you want to go any further and become a satanic priest, you need to, sell your soul to the devil. And so they took me to this park in Glen Ellen, Illinois, which is like a suburb of Chicago, and they said, don't worry about it, the cops are all devil worshippers. And they brought out this black book, and I swore an oath to Satan, my allegiance to him.